conditions look good today as well. As you can see, the blue skies there, and an interesting pool is Pool B, and a good matching prospect between South Africa and Ireland. It's 2 slips, ring of 3 on the offside, pretty orthodox field to start with. Good shot. Amla stands outside leg stump, shows his stumps, but then moves into bowling a little straight at him because they can see the stumps when he stands initially. Certainly can't see any stumps behind his pads. Oh, now it flashed away, square on the offside. I think it's Porterfield there who's backward of point, who's a very good fieldsman. He was just sensing an opportunity here.
Yeah, Hashim Amla allows his hands to do all the work here, no real foot movement, and it's airborne for a period of time just behind square. But as you mentioned, Porterfield quite a distance behind, and although it's a valiant effort, puts the one arm out, just can't get across enough. And that's the second boundary of the over, so Hashim Amla is trying to find some timing.
Well, now, is there an edge? There was a noise for sure. Ireland are absolutely convinced. They have a chance, of course, of reviewing. There was a definite sound. Haven't had many decisions overturned so far. We've had 42 reviews in the World Cup, only 9 successful, 33 unsuccessful. There's a sound there, isn't there?
I think there's also a deflection, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely.
This will be a really good angle.
Yeah,
that's an edge.
Absolutely. This is a good review from Ireland. I mean, we could hear the noise, the definite noise on stump cam. It seemed very obvious. But on the slow motion, you can also see the deflection there, the clear deflection. Yes, it was out, and Quinton de Kock must go. His modest World Cup continues. A chance here on a good pitch to get in and get going, but he's gone early. Just 4 balls, gone for 1, and has been caught behind off John Mooney. It's 12 for 1. Early success for Ireland and for John Mooney. Quinton de Kock edging behind, getting Ireland off to a good start, brings Faf du Plessis. Well, nothing wrong with the line on this occasion. It's just a lovely drive from Faf du Plessis through extra cover, and it gets him up and running.
There's a wonderful straight bat through the hitting area, and his placement through extra cover is superb.
Becomes the most capped Irish player today, Kevin O'Brien, so a big day for him. Oh, no. Talked about how good Ireland's fielding is. Well, they've missed an opportunity there at short mid-wicket. Ed Joyce.
Ed Joyce puts it down.
Bit wide. The boundary this time through the offside.
There's not always huge foot movement involved in Hashim Amla's batting. This is another example of it, but there is width, and his hands are so good. His wrists are so strong. He just carves that square through the offside. His placement really good, and the outfield's quick, so there's no chasing this one down. Width, and Amla puts it away.
Oh, that sounded good. That sounded really good off the bat. And just raced to the fence. So after that drop, that's damaging.
Yeah, I think there might be a few thoughts going through Kevin O'Brien's head as he walks back to his mark. Over pitch, goes cross seam this time around. And it's the length that's wrong. It's full. Hashim Amla just angles the bat so that he can make sure it goes to the extra cover area and doesn't even have to move out the crease.
Talked about what's going through O'Brien's mind. What about Ed Joyce? Worse, I think, for the fielder. Nothing worse.
Nice shot from Hashim Amla. On drive, doesn't have to run. Nearly collects his partner, du Plessis, at the other end, but he'll get 4. Yeah, really good. On to 25 from just 24 balls. Look at du Plessis get out the way. Just thinking run out as well, trying to get back to his crease. Shot again. Nicely played. 2 full. And it'll go for 4 more. Shot. Just a touch too short, and that's really good use of the feet deep in the crease. Faf du Plessis to get it away offside for 4.
Yeah, you would think anything short on this wicket, we spoke about it earlier with the seamers, it's slightly slow, and anything especially from a spinner, a little bit short, bit of room for.
Throw.
There you talk about that slip, there it is. Straight through between his legs.
Tough one, that, because it's shortish, he goes back to cut. And you watch O'Brien, he sort of gets up because it's a cut shot, and it goes between keeper and slip, just to the left of him.
A lovely stroke that is. Matthew Hayden and myself coming into the commentary seats, and we do so with that lovely stroke from Hashim Amla. I've always liked the sort of wristy nature of his play. That is a poor ball. As rank a delivery as we've seen in the tournament.
Yes, it's not pretty. That's the sort of stuff that captains tear their hair out looking at. But they're unable to build any pressure, and because they're rotating the strike nicely, the error ball comes up. Faf du Plessis takes no time to help himself to a boundary through the mid-wicket region.
Shot.
Wow, bit of power there, wasn't there, from Hashim Amla? Really winding up at that one. Looks ominous, this now. 122 for 1. Very ominous indeed, if you're an Ireland fan.
Past him. Where could get across. Oh, shot. What a shot that is.
Yeah, the last couple of overs, it's just appeared that Hashim Amla wants to take charge, that he's not happy just to wait to the 35th over and beyond. He senses that this is the moment to attack, maybe because Sorensen has come back into the attack, a bowler who really struggled at the start of the innings as well. But Amla definitely changing up a gear now.
.72 from 72, Hashim Amla. We're only in the 24th over. Yeah, not quite been able to get a good line going. He's been a long way outside off. He's been down leg as well, and it's given quite a bit of width there to the right-handers. Oh, goodness. Hashim Amla is in the mood, I tell you. And if the one before was a good shot, this is even better.
Yeah, just a little smile from Hashim Amla there as he has a chat with Faf du Plessis. I think even he liked this one. The first one was pummeled away over the leg side. He just creates the room here by removing that front leg and thrashes it over extra cover. Bit of a problem for the bowler when you know that a batsman can hit you over straight mid-wicket for 6 and extra cover for 6. Yeah, he liked that one.
Ever so calm all the time, Hashim Amla.
Chris Gale got a double here, didn't he?
It did.
Just looking at, there's plenty of time here for Hashim Amla. Plenty of time.
Do you know, in that match where maybe de Villiers got 149 and fastest 100 it was of 31 balls, no one really talks about Hashim Amla in that game. May well go off to the fence as well. It does. It's short and cut away for 4.
Well, punishment for Sorensen. 3 overs, 3.5 overs, none for 43. From Porterfield's perspective, he has got cover. He's got these 3 seamers and 3 spinners as well. His problem will come if he turns to a spinner now and the attack from Amla keeps coming.
Yeah, in that match he gets 153 not out and gets it a comfortably better than a runner ball, but it sort of pales into insignificance because of the 100 off 31 balls. They can play shots like these. Look at that. Yeah, not the ball, that one short, wide, and he's got long off, long on, deep mid-wicket as well. Oh, here comes Faf du Plessis. He's after it as well. He too can deposit it over the ropes. Good catch in the stands. 6 runs. What a way to bring up 150.
Well, consoling words from Porterfield to Sorensen here, who is in the middle of a difficult match, difficult spell, difficult match. 3.5 overs, none for 50. Good take, sir.
There we go, a lovely composed 100 from Hashim Amla. His 20th in one-day international cricket, and he's the fastest to do so, surpassing Virat Kohli, who held the record before him.
It's been a wonderful knock, an important one for Hashim Amla. There's the stats of it, 9 4s and 2 6s. Just caresses this one down the ground to bring up those 3 figures. Once again, du Plessis ends the over with a boundary over mid-off.
Yeah, he's rollicking along himself at a runner ball. 93 has, it's 202 for 1.
And that's the 200 runs for South Africa. The batter went to the 34th over. South Africa.
There's the shot once again. Bit flatter than the last time he went airborne over mid-off, but the same result.
Yeah, that's another 100. It looked easy enough, didn't it, for Faf du Plessis? Just a nudge into the leg side and a raise of the arms. 100 off 103 balls, almost to match Hashim Amla's for pace, but not quite. And South Africa very, very well placed. We'll look at Faf du Plessis, who's played particularly well today. Just didn't see that one. It was hit so hard at square leg.
Oh, great hands.
Yeah. It is a feature of his play, isn't it? Beautiful hands through the ball. Yeah, Amla gets himself into that position again, quite low and crouched, with that front hip out of the way. And is able just to help that over the leg side. With the fielding restrictions as they are, high full toss, Amla will just look at the square leg umpire. I think a no ball has been signalled because it was over waist high and it's gone for 4.
Yeah, be disappointed with that, Mooney. It just seems like bowlers just are tending to have no options, but this is a poor one. Got to land the cherry.
I was looking at Gary Wilson behind the stumps there. He was pulling a real gurn just in case that had got through to him on the full.
I just see that there's no flexibility from a fielding point of view.
Oh, hammered away over the leg side and into the crowd. That went hard and flat. I think it's been taken, young man. There's great congratulations out there, but there's some carnage out in the middle.
I'll be very surprised if he hasn't grabbed this one. He'll be dining out on that one all night.
Oh, ripper. Beauty. He's not got the T-shirt on though, has he?
He hasn't mind bumping off his mate either. I'll have that one, son.
Well, it's brilliant hitting. Amla just getting into that position very early, where almost in a French cricket position, but low and crouched and ready to smash it over the leg side. Mooney's put his man squarer now on the leg side. So Amla carves away over the offside where there's no protection. And you do feel for the bowlers here. It's very, very difficult. Player of great class and quality and limited protection.
What he didn't need there was a no ball, just to really throw a cat amongst the pigeons.
Oh, more runs here. Over extra cover for the second time, brilliantly from Amla and into the crowd. Ends a very expensive over for Mooney. 27 from it, 255 for one. Bowled in, there we go. That's the delivery that Matthew Hayden was talking about. Right in the block hole from O'Brien. It seemed to dip late as well. And it's ended a very good innings from Faf du Plessis.
Well, it looked like it almost had Athers some sort of slower delivery. Might have just undercut it or something. No. Just floated out the back of his hand. Right on that block hole. Francois du Plessis dismissed in what was a fabulous inning. A strike rate of 100, 109. Off as many cherries. What a performance. 259 for 2.
Just the man for a crisis, isn't he? A.B. de Villiers, 259 for 2. We're in the middle of a batting power play. De Villiers gets in such a good position there. When you look at the field and you say, what's the boundary option? It's over the offside. And it wasn't a bad delivery from Dockrell, because it's probably around about middle and leg or something. And De Villiers just gets inside the line of the ball. Lovely position.
Well, the thing is, Athers, this is such a difficult shot to play, even when you're in. Plays it with great ease. Such confidence in his hands. Oh, that's
leg
even
side
better.
this time. Oh, I don't think square leg picked it up at all. It was kind of a stop-start-go affair at square leg, deep square leg. I think it might be McBride out there.
He just obviously didn't catch it at all through the air. Went on with the arm. It's the maximum.
So 10 overs. It's been around a standard kind of 100 off the last 10 in this World Cup so far, but eyeing a few more than that maybe, South Africa. Yeah, it's a couple, and it's 150 for Hashim Amla. Doesn't really celebrate, does he, these milestones? He just ticks them off as if they're the easiest thing in the world, but it's a magnificent achievement, really. 150 in a one-day international, but celebrates as if it's the most common thing. There's 4 more of them. Highest score now in one-day internationals for Hashim Amla. That's flash backward of point. He's timed that so well. Well, the length is not too bad. It was just a hint of width from O'Brien. It fairly flashed past Sterling at backward point.
Gee, I don't think we've seen a better piece of timing than this today. Talking of those hands, just look at that. He throws them through.
He hits the ball a lot harder than you think, Amla.
I think he's stronger.
Yeah,
he's quite a strong bloke.
Absolutely.
You know, he's top of his arms, and you think he's quite slight, but you know, when I shake his hand, he's like really got big hands, and he's very strong.
This is against the West Indies, A.B. de Villiers, who, if he produces anything like this, will take South Africa well into the 400 range. Today, some magnificent hitting. 162 of just 66 balls. It's ridiculous, really. Ridiculous.
I think we'll be talking about this innings for a long time. Certainly, for as long as this World Cup remains, that'll be a highlight. Such sweet timing of the ball, great innovation. You see another example. He's absolutely smashed that out of the ground. On this occasion, the crowd couldn't hold it. It was a hot one.
Yeah, I mean, you'd say early on in his innings, he looks to basically stay a bit leg side of the ball, show his stumps, and extra cover or cover is his real area, and then the innovation comes in later. Now he might have a wicket though. Joyce taken. Well done, McBride. Not an easy prospect coming on at this stage. 9 overs left with Amla. 150 not out. But he's got a wicket. Caught by Ed Joyce at long off, and South Africa 3 down.
Well, he slides off this delivery a little bit. I think probably tries to hit a little onside of the ball. Just bat slides around in his hand, and he pretty much knows it straight away. And who would have thought that man there? Ed Joyce finally gets his man. Hashim Amla, 159. What a performance.
Caught it long off Andrew McBride for 159. Miller, though, what a player to have coming in.
There's such a slight margin for error, isn't there? We're talking the brilliance here of Hashim Amla on that particular occasion. Just comes off the ball.
Now it could be another for McBride. Yes, it is. Well bowled, Andrew McBride.
Well, he's just going to parachute in here for his second wicket. Doesn't do much wrong. Gets it a little fat on the top of the blade. A.B. de Villiers dismissed for 24. South Africa 301 for 4.
Riley Rousseau in at number 6 with South Africa 301 for 4.
Mooney versus Miller. Miller wins.
Yeah, I think that length at 113 kilometers per hour is always on the cards. He went for the change-up, he went for the slow delivery, and it disappeared onto the bank. There it is, just 81 meters. It's the perfect slotting zone. Oh, it's the first drop catch of the day in the crowd. It's been some really good catching so far.
LBW, is it? Yes, had to be. I was going to review it because he reckons he hit it. He's so sure that he hit it, he reviewed it straight away. No discussion with his partner. Oh, it's a straighter, flatter arm ball. Yeah.
Inside edge.
We can hear that. And Snicko seems to prove it. Movement, that thin movement of the graph. I think the key is to turn up the stump mic. If you're the third umpire, you'd be able to hear that. And there's a change decision. So a good example of how the decision review works well. Well, there's a man back, but he's in the crowd.
That's an Irish supporter who puts it down as well.
Ah, what a good firm hit. People talk in excited terms in South Africa about Riley Rousseau.
It's a quality shot. A little shimmy up front, trying to put the bowler off, and then he gets down to the pitch, carves it nice and straight. 86 meters, 10th, 6 of the innings.
Unlucky, the bowler spotted him. Had an answer, but the under edge has worked against him. The thing races away. It's raining boundaries in Monaco.
You do feel for McBride, this was a good delivery. He saw him coming and he changed his angle, tried to target his heels so that he couldn't get underneath the delivery. Rousseau adjusted well. Under edge, flies away down. Fast outfield we've seen, a disappointment for the bowler. He can't believe he's gone for 10 and 2.
Good hit. Now there's been a lot of shimming around that crease from this pair. Rousseau mainly. Don't often see Miller with that little dummy move.
Trying to free up the leg side, ends up giving himself room. He knows that there's someone in the circle at mid-wicket, so if it's anywhere near the area, he can go over to that region comfortably and pick himself up a boundary. It's a bit of a miss-hit, smothered in the end. Same result.
Fabulous cricket stroke. They're the ones we love. Just a smack flat over cover.
Yeah, well, if he smeared the last one, he absolutely middled this one. Bat comes through the hitting area. Full control. Well placed.
A smear and a smack.
That's immense power. That's what David Miller's able to do. So destructive at the latter end of an innings. If he gets himself in, the bowlers have to watch out. 33 from 19 for Miller.
Now that might be above waist height. I'll be interested in the umpire's view of that. Even though he's hit it for 4, yep, the no ball is called because the delivery was above waist height.
These kind of shots are the strength of people like Miller and Rousseau. I know we've seen them trying to be a little bit inventive, but when it's in the slot, when they're playing down the ground, they tend to middle it more often than not. And this is all about placement, not an easy delivery to put away, particularly through the offside. That's well executed.
Didn't think there was a lot in that. I reckon he could have got away with that on another day. Good sprawling stop. Oh, it's 50 for Riley Rousseau. It's come pretty quickly. 27 balls, 5 boundaries, a couple of sixes, a strike rate of 185. He's been out there only just over half an hour for that 50. Nice moment for him. He made a lovely 60-odd against West Indies at the Sydney Cricket Ground the other night. It's 387 for 4. Right, the final over of the South African innings. A.B. de Villiers having won the toss here at Manuka Oval. There you go. That's all that's available for that stroke.
Another quality catch. The man in the pink, and he's off. He's celebrating. But it was a slot delivery.
He loves it. Look at him.
He's won the best celebration of the day. There's no doubt about that. But in the slot for David Miller, and he won't miss out on this.
Oh, it's a clean, clean hit.
What a moment.
Oh, what's O'Brien thinking now? No, now that goes against him. Certainly 2 in this. Certainly 3 in it. 3 it is, which will give Rousseau the strike.
Been a good partnership, 92 off just 48 deliveries.
It's just the umpires are just having a check here. No, that's okay.
Comfortably inside.
So the interesting discussion by the batsmen. They're predicting a slower ball here. They've had a chat, predicting the slower ball. 4 needed for 400. Oh yeah, 6 more. Never mind the doubt. It was a certainty. Consecutive matches. South Africa, the first team ever to do it. 400 twice in a row. West Indies at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Ireland here at Manuka Oval.
193rd, 6 of this World Cup. Once again, a little half volley. And these two have been sensational. Anything that's been missed length has just been deposited.
These are big guns to bat at 5 and 6. They might even squeak past the total made against West Indies, which was 409, I think.
Yeah, that last 6 brought up their 100 partnership as well of 51 deliveries. This one, a good delivery in the end, good change-up. He sees him coming early, fires it wide, but Riley Rousseau is able to get the chalk end of the bat onto it and away to the boundary.
Two balls of the carnage remain.
19 from the over of 4 deliveries.
Final ball of the innings. And it's gone South Africa's way again. And you could sense the frustration, the almost heartbroken wail that came from Kevin O'Brien. as another boundary is recorded as South Africa go past their total against West Indies. There it is then. Miller 46, Rousseau 61 from 23 and 30 balls respectively, all of which means a massive total of 411 for 4. Here's Mike Atherton. Or he will be soon anyway. We're hanging on for Mike Atherton because he's searching for Faf du Plessis. We're dying to hear from him. 159 for Amla, 109 for du Plessis. De Villiers came in and played some of those magical strokes of his. The reverse sweep didn't work. And a look at the Irish bowlers, Sean.
Yeah, it was a disappointing day for them. Lots of them went around the park. Mooney was impressive up front, picked up the initial wicket, and I thought the pick of the bowlers was at the bottom. Matt Brown with his off spinners, he was better than those figures reflect. 2 big wickets. He got Amla and De Villiers. Unfortunately suffered at the hands of Miller and Rousseau later on in the piece, but he was definitely the pick. The spinners doing the best job for the Irish.
131 runs came off the last 10 overs. 19 fewer than against West Indies in the last match. Right, Athers has got his man. Here's Faf.
Faf 400 for a second consecutive time. South Africa's batting in good working order.
Yeah, look, we did the basics really well again today, and that's what we want to do as a top order. We want to lay the foundation for the guys at the end to have some fun. So to do that once again, really proud of the boys.
You had some fun as well?
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, obviously the hard work up front is just to get us into position, and then when we do get in the position to try and have some fun as well. So nice to do it with Ash today.
You'd had a few starts in the World Cup. Must have been nice to actually go on and get a big score as well.
Yeah, it was frustrating, to be honest with you, doing the hard work in both games. The West Indian game, especially when the conditions up front was a little bit slower, and then towards the end there were some runs to get up for grabs. So nice that when you do get in that position again, to go big.
You said the West Indian pitch was a bit slow. Did you get the sense that this was a very, very good batting pitch early on today?
It looked a little bit better, and especially, we know as a batting unit, like I said, if we've got a good foundation, there's some really big power hitters, and obviously Ireland, from a bowling point of view at the death, not very experienced. So we knew if we could get into position to dominate, we could hurt them. So luckily today it came off.
Fourth one-day international 100 for you, 20th for Hashim Amla. He's some player, isn't he?
It's great to bat with Ash. He's such an experienced guy, and the best thing about him is that conversion rate. When he gets to 50, so many times he gets to 100. So for us guys like myself, it's great to learn from that and try and be even half as good as that.
Well done today.
Thank you, Athers.
Thanks, Faf.
Nice compliment there to Hashim Amla from Faf du Plessis. 412 if Ireland are to win this match. That's a rate of 8.24 and over. Incidentally, South Africa have just made the second highest total in all World Cup matches. Only India have done marginal. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our coverage of the 2015 World Cup and this Pool B match here at Manuka Oval in Canberra between South Africa and Ireland. The toss won by A.B. de Villiers, and his team responded by batting quite brilliant.
He'll get those big runs, and he did.
Anyway, Dale Steyn will start things off against William Porterfield. 2 slips in place. Great stroke. As good as anything that we've seen all day. Porterfield's off and running. Oh, close to LBW. Whoa.
Just
where's it
down.
pitched? I think it might be hitting leg stump, but where's it pitched? Just outside leg stump, maybe?
I think it was just missing. Swung a little bit, started it too straight.
Missing, do you think? Yeah. So does he. Steve Davis, the umpire. Oh, hasn't pitched
Pitching
outside
on.
leg stump. Oh my. What?
50-50 missing.
I wonder what Hawk will show us. I think probably clipping leg stump.
Pitching on. Ooh.
It's hitting him. It's hitting him. Would have been
Goodness
one to
me,
review.
they would have been out as well.
I thought it looked horribly close to LBW. Nice stroke. That'll go to the boundary. No need to chase that. Paul Stirling is off the mark and in fine style.
Yeah, Dale Stain's pace. There's no need to really caress the ball. You just need to get bat onto ball at his pace, and it'll go all the way through to the boundary. He thinks it's a good shot. Yep.
Just a bit short. The master bowler getting a bit of a hammering from the novice here.
You see the shot again. It's absolutely magnificent. That's brilliant. Stand and deliver. Just to bowl through it. There we go.
It's a good delivery. Whoa, I think they'll review that because the batsman had almost started to walk off, you know, waiting for the decision to go against him, and then he thought, it's not coming, I'll hang around and see if it works for me.
Well,
so it's a review.
Yeah, I see it out straight away. You could hear it.
Well, we can all hear it. If the third umpire has that stump mic turned up, he'll hear that too. Here's Snicko. How good is Snicko? Very good.
It's not a small one, it's a big one.
Snicko is judge and jury. And Paul Stirling has decided the verdict's been made because you can't see it. We're looking at Snicko, but he's already started the lonely walk home. The review now from Ian Gould, and the decision is changed. Stirling goes, undone by Dale Steyn, who gets what he so desperately needs, a wicket. It's 17 for 1. No, out of his reach. A shout of catch it from Kyle Abbott, but the man at leg gully had too much to do. Yep, that's out. That's a good catch. Very sharp. You don't see this guy drop much. Faf du Plessis took a brilliant catch in a one-day international between Australia and South Africa back in November. He's held on to another today. William Porterfield this time.
Yeah, we watch this wicket again. There's also that lucky wicket to get out. It's a bit of a straight ball. We really feel really sorry for him. I mean, it was a 4 ball. Either side of Faf du Plessis would have gone to the boundary for 4.
Steyn pounding into Ed Joyce. He's got a leg gully in place. We saw that for his first ball, that Steyn banged it into the middle of the pitch. And Joyce was ducking for cover. Niall O'Brien has come out there to join Ed Joyce. Another look at William Porterfield's demise.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there. Either side of him could have gone for 4. Shame.
Well set field. Know your opponent. And also no great pace in the pitch. Oh. This is more like Dale Steyn. This is much more like it. It's like at the start of his second over, somebody turned the switch on.
Yeah, we have a look at the speed there. It's gone at 144.
I think that South Africa are targeting Ed Joyce here, the best player, the one who can make the big 100 against a class attack. Played matches for England, made 100 at the Sydney Cricket Ground for England in a one-day international against Australia a few years back. Edged it, and he caught it. Hashim Amla made it look ridiculously easy, and Dale Steyn is on song here. What a joy to watch it.
146 that one came through at, so he's turning the gas on. Look at the wicket again. I think the feet are absolutely nowhere there. Caught by Amla at first slip. Yeah, I think he's turning the gas on, Dale Steyn. Here I am, I'm back.
21 for 3. Well, here's a test for Andrew Balbirnie. Can you imagine how his heart's pumping? He's playing against South Africa in the World Cup. Dale Steyn's pumped up, 2 slips, a leg gully, another close catcher, and this thing is really hurrying off the surface now. This is what the great fast bowlers can do, almost seem to generate something off even a slow pitch.
Yeah, we have a look at the last delivery again. That front foot just nowhere. Edge and to Amla at first slip.
Paul's question, will the team score more than 450? I reckon they might. Somewhere like Auckland, those 45-yard boundaries.
He said with trepidation.
It's a good shot. Really good shot from Niall O'Brien. Saw the Ireland batsman play the short ball well against West Indies fast bowlers, Jerome Taylor and the like. Pulled and cut really well.
O'Brien was onto one from Dale Steyn. He got into it quickly, and it's another example of how good he is on that short delivery. Kyle Abbott bangs it in, doesn't get anywhere near head height, just comes through at about chest height. And just swats it away. Kyle Abbott suggests, I need to get it up.
Oh, what a good catch that is. Hashim Amla, well, they don't get more difficult than that when the wicket keeper is going across you to somehow keep your eyes on the ball and not be put off. That is a remarkable catch.
It is indeed, and Quinton's de Kock's reaction is quite amusing. He says sorry to Hashim Amla. It was going straight to Hashim Amla, but he committed. And that's what a keeper has to do. If he sees it and goes for it, he's got to keep going the whole way. He gets the hand out, deflects, gets stuck under the armpit. And Hashim Amla comes around in pure happiness to celebrate with Faf du Plessis. So now LeBron, after playing a good shot, has to go the next delivery. Gone for 14, 42 for 4.
Oh, close, yes. Finger goes up. He didn't think much about it, did he, the umpire? That finger went straight up, but it did look pretty adjacent. Well, they had a chat, and I think Gary Wilson has decided that there's no point in reviewing. Abbott is tall, of course. It's always the issue about the height, but it just seemed to hit him about knee roll, nipping back. Well, it looks out, doesn't it?
Yeah, caught on the crease, no stride in whatsoever. Good presentation of the seam from Abbott. And the finger goes up. Kyle Abbott's been on fire. He picks up his 3rd wicket of the innings. Fortunately, Wilson, after his good knock at the Gabba, doesn't make any contribution to the score this time around. He goes without scoring, 48 for 5.
Well, it's been a dominant display by South Africa here at the Manica Oval today. They've notched up 400 for the 2nd consecutive match and have Ireland in tatters at 48 for 5. The last of them, Gary Wilson, got one that was quick and nipped back on a length and caught him on the crease. Yeah, looked out. Ooh, only just umpire's call. It's always the issue for the umpire, isn't it, with somebody as tall as Abbott or Morne Morkel.
Oh, put it down. It was in the air for a long time. He was going to his left, went quicker than he expected. Behardine.
Well, I think sometimes what happens, you get a bit caught in two minds. Just clipped his fingertip on that, but Balbirnie just needs to assess what he's going to try and do quickly here.
Shouts of catch it. Nobody will catch it. It'll go for 4, a full toss. Started his first over with a full toss and started his 2nd as well. This time punished.
Well, that's the first really ordinary ball that we've seen in this innings. That's just a hit me miles ball, that. Here on this occasion, just gets it wrong.
This match now, the top 5 deliveries. You see Dale Steyn, 149, just short of that 150 mark. And then Morne Morkel followed up with 147.
Hey, just out of the reach of a falling slip fielder. Difficult on a slow surface. You have to come a little closer. And the ball stays low like that. I mean, it's out of his reach anyway, but
It looked as he gave himself a little bit of room there, and he intensely steered it down to third man.
I must say, I don't get why AB de Villiers doesn't have two slips in place and just attack. There's nothing better for bowlers than wickets. That's well timed, really well timed. Amla gives chase, but to no avail. What a good 50 for Andrew Balbirnie. An innings of great resilience, some nice strokes in it. He's fighting for Ireland. It may well be in a hopeless cause, but still you can show some heart.
Yeah, we look at the shot again. An absolutely superb shot off the back foot through the covers. And yeah, he's had an unbelievable innings. He has superb, and run rate's not that bad at all. I mean, the over balls faced, I'm sorry, is 66 balls and he's 53. And there he goes.
That's a man back, but there's nothing he can do about it, even though he flies through the air in the attempt. Crunching blow from Kevin O'Brien. Surely worth 6, and gets it now as the umpire signals. Those scored a lot of runs leg side. We've seen him hit well off the back foot through the offside 4. Nothing that Amla could do in the end. Another good firm hit. And there's a rhythm now to this partnership. It's worth 81. It's come in 93 balls.
We look at the shot again, absolutely stunning shots off the back foot. He's played some superb shots in his innings. He's really played well. Oops.
Man back, and catches it. Couldn't have been much easier for Riley Rousseau, almost as if Balbirnie had picked him out. What a pity. Just as he was beginning to make everybody smile a bit out there.
Doesn't quite get it. Caught by Rousseau on the boundary.
There we go, the end of Andrew Balbirnie's very impressive resistance. 58 in 71 balls, his highest score in one-day internationals, and the highest score for Ireland against South Africa. He's done really well. It's 129 for 6.
I wrote a piece for the newspaper that I write for a few weeks ago about AB de Villiers' remarkable sporting prowess as a kid growing up. I mean, there was nothing he did not do to almost national level. It's a great... Oh, would you believe it? Would you believe it? AB de Villiers comes on and picks up a wicket, second ball.
AB de Villiers has now 4 international wickets. 2 of them against New Zealand and 1 against Australia, 1 against Ireland. And 2 of those 4 have happened on this Monaco Oval. There's the example of the other one, just drifting across the left-hander. He gets an inside edge, does Mooney, drags it back onto the stumps, and he has to be on his way for 8. 150 for 7.
So de Villiers has a wicket. He's bowled 2 deliveries, and that brings George Dockrell to the crease. Ireland 7 down now for 150. It's a good shot, mid-off is up. And even if he'd have been back, he might not have caught it because it's flown all the way for 6.
Yeah, great shot by Dockrell. Gives himself a little bit of room. De Villiers is on the attack. He's got 6 people inside the circle. Decides to take advantage of that and execute it superbly. Quick shimmy of the feet. And a good extension of the arms.
Big shot. There's a man out there. There's a man there. He'll take the catch. Comfortable catch for Riley Rousseau. Abbott has another.
Digs it in. Gets him high on the bat. Makes really good miles to it as well.
Yeah, nicely done. It's a 4th wicket for Kyle Abbott. Kevin O'Brien goes too short of a half century. It's 167 for 8. Max Sorensen has walked out. Nice enough shot, over mid-on.
Well, he's read it on that particular occasion. He could see the wrong coming, and he's read it nicely.
Nice shot.
Good shot. He's got a mid on it, though. Long chase. But a fruitless one. And that's gone for a boundary.
Showed he doesn't mind playing a couple of shots in the previous over. Being peppered at the other end as well, so... Yep, he's gone for it again. Struck it well, and it'll go off for 4.
Well, he struck this powerfully enough to get him and Tahir a little nick on it, or a little stinger on his hand, but just couldn't take enough pace off it because he struck that with immense power.
It's gone a long way. It's gone a long, long way. 6 runs. Wonderful hitting this is by Max Sorensen.
He's really enjoyed that. Peppering at the other end. And a big juicy one up this end. And he said, yes, I'll have that, thank you.
Ow. And out. Yep, off the bat handle. So the tactic works exactly as AB de Villiers demanded of his bowler. Get into his hip, cramp him for room, give him nowhere to go, and he doesn't have the technique to handle it. So the end for Max Sorensen.
Short ball, well directed. He just turns his head, comes off the splash of the bat. Easy catch for Quinton de Kock. A valiant effort from Sorensen comes to an end. He has to go for 22. Ireland 200 for 9.
That's it. That's the end of the match. Morne Morkel with fast, full and straight. You miss, I hit. And it works. So South Africa have beaten Ireland by 201 runs.
That's the end of proceedings. The captain, he's happy.
South Africa have scored a monumental 411 for 4 consecutive matches. They made 400. The West Indies suffered at their hands the other day at the SCG, and in reply Ireland just 210. The margin of victory 201 for the South African. Bye-bye.